Papa Murphy's.
We are coming up on the holiday season. You might be having family over to celebrate and you want your house to look the part. So it's time to start decorating. Joining us now with some great ideas for the season, we check in with one of our favorite artists, Connie Bruce, the owner of Inspired Designs. Connie, great to have you back on the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, I told you I wanted to talk about fall designs and getting ready for, well, it's Halloween week. But Thanksgiving's just around the corner, even though we had snow and some people want to put up their Christmas trees. We need to back up a little bit. So I know you have a great event coming up that we're going to talk about. But first, can you give us a little advice for getting our homes into the appropriate fall season?
Sure. Well, I have a grouping here from Chalky and Company, and I paint with them and help sell decor and have a great time. And of course, the pumpkins are always the great fallback to, always. And then also this cute little turkey, adorable. But, keeping the dark colors of the reds and the oranges and going to get just a nice, simple little garland, or I actually found this one at a garage sale, but just as simple as even the dollar store or your local decorating store, a few pine cones that you found in the park. You can dress anything up with the pine cones and the jute. You can find jute anywhere. Jute is the little twine and then it gets bigger that you use for macrame or whatever. And so we have a little rope in here as the top of the pumpkin. Isn't that the cutest for trick-or-treating? You can put your candy in that.
I love it.
You also can do your paint. Now this one, I just put the stencil on and I just kind of swirled the paint in there, and I used red, orange, yellow, and a little green, and then I took a little bit of paper and slid it across, and it just marbleized that to make it look like a fall leaf. Now that is as easy as can be. The kids love it. Love it. And you can just draw a simple pumpkin or even copy things out of coloring books. Evergreen needles, and if you want to spray leaves that you find out in the yard under the snow with hairspray, that would do it too, unless you have some silk ones you can add to your decoration.
I love that. And especially talking about your display there, you kind of have a mix of things that maybe you've purchased, grabbed from the yard, and made yourself. There's really no rules. I feel like I'm learning from designers and artists that you can kind of throw it all together. There's no rule as to what needs to be on the table.
Correct. This piece was a piece that was for Christmas with 3 sections, and nobody really cared that much about how it looked to begin with. So I took it apart, and this was one of the sections. And I just made it into a frame picture, put some chalky crackle on it, and with a, dark burgundy or orangish, kind of an orange-red underneath, added some fall flowers, layered a little bit of twine and jute, and there you have a very adorable fall decoration.
I love that.
A lot of these I have made, and there's many things out in the stores. You don't have to be an artist to make cute decor. You just need to think a little bit outside the box. Oh, and another trick, here I'll show you on this little guy. So this is a country pumpkin, and all I did was dab some extra paint on here and then sanded the edges, and it's all rustic then. So the same thing on this, just paint it. The kids can do this so easily. You just paint and then just sand it with some sandpaper, and it comes off so easy and it looks nice and rustic.
I like that. That rustic and farmhouse chic is still in, but we're also all spending way more time at home, which we should. So some fun fall projects that even the kids can get involved in. Now, you have an event coming up as well. Can you tell us about that?
I do. I promote a few shows in the Fargo-Moorhead area, and my next event is, I don't know if you can get a close up of that, but let's see. I guess I can't because I'm on Skype. Let me get close. There we go. Technology and COVID. Prairie Boutique, November 7th at Horace Senior Center. And we're having homemade lunch. We have 13 crafters and vendors. And we have a high quality. We always try to have that mostly homemade. We have a lot of vintage. Modern farmhouse is very in right now. And so you can come out and have all of your holiday shopping needs taken care of at that one show called Prairie Boutique. It's our 39th annual, and it's very high quality. It's a boutique style. It's all mixed up. We have one area for checkout and 3 checkouts, so it'll go a little faster. But it's so fun, and we are trying to keep that going at least the 40 years. We've moved a few times, but out in Forest at the Senior Center from 8 to 4, no admission and free parking.
No admission, free parking, and COVID safe. Masks required or encouraged?
We're encouraging masks. I just did a show there on Saturday, and it was very successful. And we saw one person out of the hundreds and hundreds of people that came through the day.
I love it.
One person.
One person. Well, Connie,
Yeah,
we have run out of time, Connie, but I appreciate you showing us all of the great options, great gifts, but also just great to decorate your own house with some of these ideas. So be sure to check out that event, and we'll have to have you back on as we move into the holiday season.
Thank you. Perfect. I just wanted to say that we are monitoring how many people go into the building. So we are also monitoring that. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Connie. We'll be right back here on North Dakota Today.